Once in a while, football gives us a glimpse of something pure. A teenager ball glued to his feet, weaving through defenders like their shadows. Eyes filled with the kind of joy that reminds you what the game was supposed to be about. But in today's football, purity doesn't last. Innocence doesn't survive, and dreams have a price. This is not just a story of Arda Güler, it's a story about the system that surrounds him, the hype machine, the business, the pressure, the fake love, and the betrayal. Arda is the golden boy, but the game has a dark side. From the moment Arda broke into Fenerbahçe's first team, they gave him a name he never asked for, the Turkish Messi. He was 17, still learning, still raw, but already people were writing his destiny for him. Every touch became a headline, every dribble went viral. Every game he didn't dominate was a warning sign. Was he really that good? Was he ready? Was he failing already? This is the curse of the prodigy. The same media that builds you up is waiting to tear you down. By the time Arda turned 18, his name was no longer just a name, it was a commodity. Barcelona wanted him, PSG, Bayern, everybody was calling, but Real Madrid offered the golden badge. What followed wasn't just a transfer, it was a feeding frenzy. Agents, boardrooms, sponsorships, clauses, and backdoor deals. Arda wasn't just a teenager with a dream anymore. He was a brand, an investment, a pound in $1 billion market. They told us it was about football. It never was. He arrived in Madrid like a rising sun. But before he could shine, the injuries came. A knee injury, then a muscle pain, a relapse, more scans, and a question. Was he broken? Was he overhyped? What's wrong with him? The club said precaution, the media said fragile, the haters said flop. Behind the scenes, we don't know. Was he rushed? Was he misdiagnosed? Was it the pressure to perform before he was ready? When the club invests millions, they don't wait, they push, and when young bodies break, they move on. Imagine being 18 years old, living alone in a foreign country, your every move dissected by millions, your silence called arrogance, your injuries called weakness. Arda doesn't talk much in public, he keeps his head down, but silence doesn't mean peace. Behind the smiles, how many sleepless nights, how many lonely hotel rooms, how many moments where the pressure felt heavier than the jersey. We speak of mental health now, but we still don't listen. Young players are not machines, and not all pain shows up on an injury report. Fame comes fast in football, one good game and the cameras never leave you. For Arda, the spotlight never turns off. Where he goes, what he wears, who he follows, who he unfollows. His relations aren't private. His family isn't safe from criticism. He can't feel privately, he can't grow quietly. He is not just a footballer, he is public property. Fame isn't a reward anymore, it's a prison. We still like to pretend that football is about passion, but it's not, it's about profit. Arda's transfer was a business move, a calculated brand acquisition by the most commercial club in the world. He hadn't played a minute, but he was already in promo videos, kit launches, and sponsorships. Real Madrid didn't just buy a footballer, they bought a marketing power, Turkish fans, global exposure. This wasn't about where he would develop, it was about where he would sell. Football's new equation is if you sell shirts, you start. If you trend, you play. Arda became a poster boy for Madrid before he became footballer for Madrid. He sat on the bench, he trained hard, but his biggest moments were on billboards, not on the pitch. We judge players not now by their minutes, but by their media reach. In this system, performance isn't everything, perception is. Social media is Colosseum of modern football, and young players are the gladiators. Arda Güler has seen both sides, adored, then insulted, praised, then mocked, worshipped, then called a fraud. Thousands of strangers writing your obituary after every match. This is what support looks like in 2024. He gave the fans a voice and some use it as a weapon. Arda joins the biggest club in the world, but the title comes with the cost. Real Madrid is a graveyard of young talents. Odegaard, Kubo, Jovic, Cabellos. Talent is not enough. You need luck, minutes, patience, a manager who believes. At 19, Arda should be playing weekly. Instead, he's watching legends grow older in his position. Time waits for no one, and careers can fade while you wait for your turn. The modern football media doesn't report, it speculates, it predicts, it provokes. When Arda got injured, the headlines asked if he is done already. He didn't play, they called him a waste. The truth, it never mattered. The clicks do. One bad game becomes a failure. One week off becomes a scandal. Narratives are built before players can even speak for themselves. For millions in Turkey, Arda isn't just a player, he is the hope they cling to. The dream the one of their own can shine off the biggest stage. That their flag will fly in the Bernabeu. But that's a heavy burden, because when you're the hope of a country, you don't get to feel, you don't get to rest, you don't get to be human. You just have to deliver. Arda Güler is not broken, he's not a flop, he's not done. He's a young man, fighting a system that demands perfection but offers no protection. This is not just a story, this is a story of every golden boy, fed to the machine too soon. Football is still beautiful, but too often the game eats its own.